We're going to do an experiment today and we're going to try a full head of brush curls. So I've experimented on and off with brush styling throughout the years, and sometimes I really like the consistency it gives my hair. And although it's a little bit more work on wash day, I can get more days out of the curls. They last longer, they're a little bit more uniform. But to be honest, I usually tend to come back to just glazing and scrunching in my products, as you'll see from most of my videos. But there's a brush styling technique which I have used on individual curls before, but I've never done a whole head, and that is brush curls. So that's using the brush and then twisting the hair around the handle to get like really uniform curls. And I just really fancied giving it a try. And I've got two brushes here. I'm not sure which one I'm going to use. I thought we'd give them both a try and see which one's best. This is the Tangle Teaser. I think it's called the Purple Passion or the Purple Haze. I'll link it for you. It's an excellent, excellent brush. It's got dual length of bristles, both plastic. This one is the So Soon brush from Amazon, and it's also an excellent brush. And this also has dual bristles. Oh, I think I need to clean that. It also has dual bristles, but it has like more like the bristly bristles and then the long pointy bristles, whereas the Tangle Teaser, all of the bristles are the same plastic. It's just they're two different lengths. But when doing brush curls, I think the key is more the handle of the brush, and I'm not sure which handle is going to lend itself better. I feel like the shape of this handle is better, but it does have a few ridges and the hair can get a little bit caught in there if I'm not careful. Whereas this one is smooth, but the shape of it, I'm not sure if it's so good because it's not round. So we'll just try them both and see. And my hair is still pretty much soaking. I've shampooed and conditioned it. I'm just going to make sure that it's wet all the way up to the roots, because when you're brush styling, one of the things you really need to make sure, running out of water. One of the things you really need to make sure is that your hair is soaking wet and that you have good slip in your hair. So you have a product in it that's going to just help the brush glide through. You don't want to use no product unless your hair is really, really, really soft. I think generally it's better to have a leave-in or a cream or something. And if you're going to use a gel, make sure it's a gel that leaves your wet hair feeling very slippy and not at all tangly. And so I decided to use Trilux today because these products have great slip. This is the Untie the Knot Leave-In. This stuff smells so amazing, and I'm pretty sure that Trilux have Black Friday deals on right now, so I will pop the details of that, link them in the description. I also have a discount code that you can use, so I'll pop all of that in the description box. It smells like cinnamon. It's just like ultimate wintertime coziness smell. I love it so much. The Trilux gel, the high definition gel, is a gel that has really, really good slip. It's like it's a moisturizing gel. It does contain protein, but just a little bit, and it actually has quite a lot of conditioning agents as well. So I feel like this one's gonna work for brush styling. Woo! Well, this is the consistency. It's a wibbly wobbly jelly. I just need to apologize for my nails. I normally don't like to have chipped nails on camera, but I went in the shower and they all started chipping off, and I've not had time to take it off. So I think what I'm gonna do is section my hair off, apply the gel to each section, do the brush curls, and then move my way up. Because what I'm hoping is with this technique, it gives you like the really, really defined curls, and I'm thinking rather than just put the leave-in, do the brush styling, and then scrunch the gel on top, that can sort of break up those clumps a little bit. That's normally what I do, but I think I'd like to try actually doing brush curls with the gel in my hair, just to give it its absolute best chance of that like super definition. So that's my first section. I'm gonna do a dip of gel, just sort of like dipping my finger in the gel, and then I'll spread that through my hands and then through my hair. So I'm going to try the Tangle Teaser brush first, and let's see what happens. Now, when you're doing brush curls like this, you need to bear in mind what way your hair wants to curl. So I know on this side of my face, my hair tends to curl away from my face. So just check that. Yes, that seems to be right. Now, okay, so we start with the brush upside down, and we brush the hair in it all the way to the ends, and then we wrap the hair around the handle. There we go. Now there's just a tiny bit of hair sort of left being held in the brush. Then we can wrap it all the way up, pull it down. There we go. And then we sort of uncoil the hair carefully like that. Ooh, okay, well that worked. Okay, it seems to be working pretty well with this brush. Let's try the So Soon brush for the next curl and see I'm going to do the same curl on the other side of my head, and then we can compare the brushes and then I'll decide which one I'm going to do. Now this side of my head curls towards my face, so I'm going to make sure that that's the direction that the hair is going. I feel like this brush, because of the type of bristles, it holds the hair in place a little bit better. It kind of grips the hair. But I'm just a little bit concerned about unraveling the hair. Actually, that's worked amazing. Ooh, that one's even better, isn't it? Okay, I think I'm going to do the rest with the So Soon brush, because that was actually fine. So this is definitely going to take me longer than it would normally take me to do my hair, because it's sort of a new-ish technique for me. I've used it in my top layers before, but I've never done a whole head of brush curls like this, so I know it's going to take me longer. So let's see. Okay, yeah, this brush, I feel like this one is doing the trick pretty well. Okay, right, so I'm just going to carry on doing that. Now when I get to the back, that's going to be a bit more tricky, because I can't really see what I'm doing, so I have to go by feel and just what I can see here in the viewfinder. There we go. Twist it up. And then, help, unravel it. Yay! Ooh, that's working good. Okay, I like it. Right, I'm going to do the same for these last couple of bits, and I will speed through this, and then we'll get on to the next layer. Okay, now we're going to go into the next layer. Now I'm hoping I can do this without tangling up my unbrush styled hair with the brush styled hair. I'll dip my finger in the gel again and apply it to that section. And now I'm going to just split and twist so I can keep that separate from those styled curls, so I kind of know where I've already styled and where I haven't. And the same here, I'm going to twist that bit, this towards my face. Now I'm taking fairly big sections, because what I'm thinking is once I'm done, I can hopefully just separate the sort of giant ringlets that I'm going to get. I'm hoping I can just separate those out. But what I might find happens, as often does with my hair, is that it forms some mega clumps, in which case, yeah, it might decide it wants to reform those clumps constantly, like throughout the wash day. Ooh, hard to know what to do with my arms sometimes. I've seen people do this and they make it look so... Oh, hang on, that one's getting a bit tangled in that bit of the brush there. I have to be careful. I've seen people do this and they make it look so effortless. I'm not finding it effortless, but I'm not finding it quite as difficult as I was imagining. It's that bit that's a little tricky, but once you get the hang of it, like the unwinding without undoing everything you've just accomplished. Done that. Must be that next. Okay. Now, which way? That way. I think. Ah! I think the back is the hardest for sure, because I really can't see what I'm doing. No, that's getting tangled. Try that again. I think I'm holding the hair too far down the brush. I need to hold it closer to the handle, because then it doesn't have as far to come. Yeah, that's better. Woo. How does that look? Not bad, not bad. Okay. Right, I'm gonna do this side. I'm gonna speed up for this. Otherwise, this video is gonna be 10 hours long. So I'm gonna do like this portion of my hair next, and I'm not gonna forget to twist that before I lay it down so that it doesn't get all tangled. Okay, so one of the best brush styling tips I could give you is twist the hair as you take it down so you can just lift it easily. And this is quite a big section, so I'm going to dip 2 fingers of gel this time. That I think is kind of tricky. I'm just going to brush that through once to just make sure that gel is well and truly distributed. Okay, to think about this. My hair does still all seem to mostly curl in one direction, so it goes that way all the way around until it gets to this side, and then it curls towards my face. So I think the best way is just to try and follow that pattern. So I'm going to start at this side. There we go. Oh, I really messed up the untwisting on that one. I actually think that section's a bit too big. But rather than redo it, I'm just going to, yeah, there we go. Take it into, oh, now my ring's catching on it. Ah! This video is chaotic, but at least you see what it's like. For everybody, it's still difficult when you're trying a new technique. Okay. Don't be put off by this technique because of my terrible demonstration. We'll see when the results whether it was worth all the effort, right? And it's a fun experiment. Oh, that one seemed to be quite good. Now I've just got one more. I think I'm going to split that in 2 actually, make it 2 more. If the hair was at the front, I could obviously have a look and see if that's the right way for the curl to go, but it's more difficult to do at the back. So I'm just kind of assuming. Not convinced about that one. What's going on? And unravel. Oh yeah, that one seems to have worked relatively well. Give them all a bit of a scrunch gently. What's it looking like? Let me know. If any of you guys are proficient at brush curls, please feel free to give me your tips in the comments, because this is new for me. Okay, now this is tricky because whenever I put in my parting when I'm styling, I find like it really affects my volume detrimentally. My hair just prefers to do its own thing at the top, but obviously the whole point of this is I'm doing brush curls, so I've got to put in a parting, but I prefer like a less straight parting for my hair, so I don't know whether to put in like a wonky parting on purpose. Yeah, I'm gonna try that. Okay, I've dipped my finger in the gel, and I think we'll do the smaller side first. This little portion of my hair is really quite tightly curled in comparison to some of the rest, like this front side here is quite tight. So I think this section should respond quite well. Okay. It's a lot easier because I can actually see what I'm doing. Goodness knows what faces I'm pulling right now when I'm editing this. I'll be embarrassed. at my crazy facial expressions, but we all do them, right? Just when you're filming yourself, then you look back and you're like, oh my goodness, I look insane. It's the concentration face. Okay, we're nearly done, and actually this video is sitting at 20 minutes exactly when I'm looking there at the clock, and that's including the intro, that's including all my waffling, that's including getting sorted and putting in the leave-in conditioner and all of that. Not too bad considering. I normally don't want to spend 20 minutes styling my hair, but it's not bad really. Okay, I think, oh yeah, but put gel in. Right, I'm going to put 2 fingers just slightly dipped in for this section of hair. I feel like I'm getting more generous with the gel as I've been going up my head, so I think I'm sort of, yeah, putting a bit more into these top sections, so we'll see what effect, if that has any effect in the final results. Okay, so away from my hair. Now this is the section of my hair that I have done brush curls with quite a lot, because sometimes this section of my hair just needs a bit of help, and I find that doing the brush curls is really effective in this portion of my hair. So hopefully this bit I'll be able to just fly through pretty much. Okay, that is all the brush curls done. See how well it works on this front section. So I'm just going to try and ever so gently loosen it from my scalp and give it a good scrunch, and then we will diffuse. My predictions are it is going to be defined, and I'm going to have some great sort of barrel curls, but I also think it's going to be really flat on top, but we'll see. I'm going to diffuse with my Laifen as always. Like I said in my last video, they've got Black Friday deals on right now, plus you can use my code for an extra $10 or €10 off. So I will put all that in the description. Well, it's dry pretty much. Not loving how it's looking right now. It looks a bit strange, and I've got a whole section here that is not happy with me at all. Yeah, I haven't properly fluffed it, and I definitely will need to separate some of the ringlets, and that will make a difference. I'm going to leave it right now. I'm going to put my makeup on, and once it's completely dry, give it a really good fluff, and then we'll see. We might need to fix 1 or 2 bits here, or they might just sort of curl up by themselves. But this is it at the moment. Looking a little odd. Well, this is it settled. I've given it a fluff, and I definitely did separate some of those ringlets because I was impatient. I just wanted to do it, and it's looking a lot better. Definitely still got some sort of slightly odd sections, but right here at the moment I have a portion of hair right here that just doesn't know what it's doing curl direction wise, and I've given my hair a couple of trims recently, and each time I do it I think, oh, I need to take that a bit shorter, and I'm looking at that now and I'm thinking maybe I need to take it shorter again. So I don't know what's going on with that section, so I'm not going to like judge the brush curls based on this little bit of my hair because it is being weird right now. I don't know about you, but I find my hair sometimes like goes through stages, and it will grow through a stage where the curls are just not doing their thing properly, and then as they grow out then they're better for a while, and so it happens in different portions of my head, and it's obviously just how the hair is growing out at that point. Oh, there's the sunshine, hold on. We'll turn that way a little bit so we don't get blinded by the sunlight. But yeah, I actually am liking how it's looking. It feels beautiful, it feels gorgeous, and the Trailux products always make my hair feel so nice. Like, that gel does have really good hold, but it also always leaves my hair just feeling really soft. Look at some of these ringlets. There's just some amazing ringlets throughout the hair, and they feel so strong and bouncy and, yeah, chewy curls as I like to call them. I've not actually probably looked at the back as per usual for me, so I'll let you see. How does it look? I'm gonna give it another fluff. I do think that for my hair especially, that's going to be key if I do these brush curls, is that it's going to need quite a lot of fluffing and separating. Otherwise, it's just going to look like overly thin, like there's only a few curls on my head, you know, because obviously I did the brush curls in quite big chunks. So yeah, I like how it's looking now. And the thing with whenever I do brush styling, put that little bit more time in on wash day, is it does seem to last longer. Like the curls usually seem to last for multiple days. So I'm hoping that the same will be true of this. I am so tempted to just go and snip that. Look, I might, we'll see. It's so hard not to get carried away when you've got scissors and you cut your own hair. I'm really pleased with it overall. Whether or not it's worth the time that it took and the faffing about will remain to be seen over the next few days. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to check in with you over the next maybe 2 or 3 days, and we'll see how it's holding up. And I only think then I'll be able to decide whether it's worth putting the time and effort in. I just wanted to check in quickly. This is getting towards the end of day 1, not day 2 yet. But I just wanted to show you that I am dealing with quite a lot of frizz, and it's just not looking that great. I mean, this is not the most flattering light, but look. And I have not left the house, so it's not because of weather or anything like that. And I know that these products work great in my hair. So, I don't know, I don't have high hopes for tomorrow. Good morning. It snowed last night. It's freezing cold and it's not bright enough yet, so I've had to put my ring light on. But I thought I would take my buff off with you and we'll see how this day 2 is looking. As I said to you last night, I didn't have high hopes for it. Certainly looks shiny, doesn't it? And I can still see some good ringlety definition. Okay. I think it looks a little bit better than I was expecting. Not spectacular, but not terrible either. So, I'm gonna let that settle and then we'll see what it looks like in say an hour. Hey guys, I forgot to check in later yesterday, but this is the day 3 hair, and if you followed me for any time, you know my day 3 hair doesn't usually look quite like this. Safe to say, this technique is not good for my hair. I know my hair likes those products. I don't really know what's going on with my hair, to be honest. I was not expecting this. I have been wearing a hat because it's snowing outside, but even still, it's a no. It's a definite no. It's a fail as far as I'm concerned. I don't think I'll do this technique again. Possibly I could get better with practice, but I just don't think it's for me. I think I'll stick to either my regular brush styling with just a few brush curls on the top where I need it, or I'll just do my scrunching, which works well. But one thing is that my hair feels incredibly soft, so soft that actually I could run my fingers through it, which is almost never the case. So hey, I think I might do that and just go for a really sort of soft, wavy look until I can be bothered to wash it again. So there you go.